The Glasgow Economic Leadership that we're now looking to establish is built on a fantastic and exciting activity over the past year where the City and the Chamber of Commerce had brought together a group of commissioners that I had the privilege to lead to look at developing a common vision and an opportunity to drive the economy forward in Glasgow by building it around core strengths, our people, our industrial strength and the connectivity and vision of the city itself. So as we go forward now, I think Glasgow can be confident about positioning itself in the international stage and building jobs, economic investment and ultimately international profile that will serve us well for the next 50 years.
I believe Glasgow's greatest economic strengths are in the skills that it have in its people. Very strong universities in Glasgow and further education colleges.
The economic strengths really derive from retailing, tourism and the destination of leisure and events in Glasgow city centre.
Glasgow economic leadership can shape the future of the city by pushing for an understanding with politicians that it's private enterprise that generates the wealth to create the social progress that we need, and that we need to be far stronger and creative in looking at ways to grow the business community in Glasgow and the number of businesses.
We have always, since the mid-1970s, when Glasgow really was in a parlous condition, realised the importance and effectiveness of public-private partnerships. We know that everything that is public is not bad, but we also know that everything that is private is not bad.
I believe Glasgow is a very business-friendly city. I find other business leaders very keen to share experiences and help, and I think there's a lot of good support from a business-friendly council in Glasgow.
Having only been in Glasgow for 18 months, Glasgow's definitely had a reputation of being very friendly towards business and commerce. My view is that we need to absolutely grasp that and continue to make that so, and I think the Commission have got a great opportunity to strengthen that.
Actions, however, speak louder than words. And if you listen to both the words and see the actions of people like JP Morgan and Morgan Stanley, who say they want to locate here because of the cooperation of the City Council and other public and private organisations, and also because of the huge skills at graduate level in this city.
I believe Glasgow has coped fairly well with the recession, although there has been an increase in the number of unemployed, and I think it's very difficult for graduates, young graduates, to get jobs just now.
The requirement is for any leadership to really grasp this opportunity in a downturn to make sure we've got all the foundations in place, that the minute economic growth is back on the agenda, we make sure we are totally well placed to capitalise on anything that we can do, whether that's through education, whether that's through commerce, whether that's through apprenticeships, anything on that basis.
It is my hope that we emerge competitive, that we emerge as a place where people want to come and locate, where people want to visit, where they want to have conferences, but also a place where that future is a future for all our people.
Cities that don't invest in their centre become donuts and die in the middle. Glasgow to be a place where people can live, work and play as a focal point for this region is an absolute imperative, and I will be doing my best to make sure the Commission take that as a recommendation.
I believe that the main recommendations will be to support the connectivity of Glasgow to direct flights to European and international destinations.
If I was to recommend one thing to improve Glasgow's economy, it's actually to maintain our current #2 retail destination for Glasgow. It's been a hard-fought battle to get that #2 with a lot of parties working together, and I think we would lose that at our peril.
I think if you look at the employment profile, the way that we've still managed to attract investment into the city, I think Glasgow's shown a degree of resilience that bodes well for now building further investment and planning for growth. There's undoubtedly some key differentiated advantages for us. It is in the research base, it's in the conjoined skills capability through the schools, colleges and universities. But again, we'll have to see now that the vision of the city as it develops is encouraging private sector leaders to see Glasgow as the best place for them to place investment, over other, not only UK cities, but internationally. So for me, although we're still facing challenging times, this is where leadership, commitment and confidence can make all of the difference.